High. All right?
That's right. Yep. Reading on, it says, what is the purpose of the Very Chip and how does it work? The Very Chip Corporation markets the implant as a method of accessing medical records in an emergency for use as a payment device and as a way to control access to secure facilities. When a Very Chip scanner is brought within range of an implant, the scanner emits a radio signal that stimulates the implant, causing it to emit its own radio signal in response. And by the way, that radio signal is radioactive, and that's why you get your cancer. That signal is picked up by the scanner and converted into a unique 16-digit identification number. The number is used to identify the individual or to call up a related record. Question: what information is stored on the Very Chip? At present, the Very Chip implant contains only a unique 16-digit identification number. The number is similar to a social security number or a barcode number that can be used to look up a record in a database. Question: how is the Very Chip inserted into the body? Implantation is an outpatient procedure that
if I may say this real quick.
Yep.
Now, I said what? The implantation, because they plan to implant it into you. Now, when you look up that word charagma in Revelation, the 13th chapter, the 16th verse, if you go to the actual root word of charagma, it goes to the word charax. Now, the word charax, the etymology of the word charax, from charazo, to sharpen to a point, akin to the idea of scratching. Basically what? To insert something. To scratch the skin.
Subdermal.
That's right. Subdermal. That's right.
Subdermal means under the skin. Hey, you hear that word implantation, you're thinking of the plantation, where the slaves are
That's
kept.
right.
The slaves are kept on what? A plantation.
That's right. Which basically means you're making an agreement or a covenant with them to become a slave forever, as it states in the law.
Yeah, like in the law.
Yeah, if you wanted to become a slave forever, you would have the master bore all through your ear, and you would be a slave forever. Yep. And once they implant you with that microchip, basically what they're saying is you're a slave to the death. Right. That's what they're saying.
That's right. Implantation is an outpatient procedure that typically takes 15 minutes or less. People have been implanted in doctors' offices, at convention booths, and even in European nightclubs. And that shows you that these doctors, that as much as possible, you got to avoid them, man, because they're really ministers of death. Those doctors. All right.
Dr. Demento.
And by the way, the word doctor, Dr. Demento. By the way, the word doctor means to falsify. All right. The Lord calls healers physicians, not doctors.
And physicians deal with herbs.
And they deal with herbs. That's right.
And, understanding nutrition and the diet.
That's right.
Doctors deal with
pills.
They deal with pills which they get from the pharmacy. Okay. In the scriptures, when you go to witchcraft, that's in Galatians 5. Mm-hmm. You get that and go to the I believe it's Galatians 5:20, if I'm not mistaken. Look up the word witchcraft, and it'll take you right to Galatians 5. I believe it's 20 or 18. Yeah, witchcraft, yeah. Okay, witchcraft. Okay, good. Go ahead and read that.
It's the book of Galatians chapter 5, verse 20. Idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, sedition, heresies. And when you read verse 19, it says that now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these. And it goes into the list of all of them, and one of them is witchcraft.
Yeah, and the Greek word there for witchcraft is pharmakia. And it says the use of administering of drugs, poisoning, which...
So if you're a doctor, you're really a witch.
Yeah, you're a witch. Yeah, the use of the administering of drugs, which a drug dealer.
Yep.
A drug dealer is really a witchcraft.
Yeah, and then them doctors, when you go to these people and you try to tell them about the herbs, they're bewitched by these doctors. And no, I got to go to the doctor. The doctor told me to take this medicine and that medicine. No, I got to take that. The herbs. What are you talking about, herbs? They won't take anything unless it's prescribed by an actual doctor. So they're under that spell.
Yep. It says poisoning, sorcery, magical arts, often found in connection with idolatry and fostered by it. Metaphor, the deceptions and seductions of idolatry. And I think it was this guy, Jordan Maxwell, he brought out the fact that all these hospitals are owned by the Knights Hospitallers, which is a Masonic group, the Knights Hospitallers, which Masonry is witchcraft.
Yeah, that's what the Lord said. Stand up now with thine enchantments. You know, in the book of Isaiah, the 47th chapter, from which you had from your youth. You know, because basically from the inception of America, you've been practicing witchcraft. You know, but you lightly veiled it with the Bible and with Christianity. You know, but it really is all dealing with witchcraft, because you know that for the most part, most people just won't accept it if you just come straight out and say it's devil worship or witchcraft. So you have to veil it with something that they'll accept. You use the Bible, you use Christianity as a veil to really disguise your true and hidden agenda. You know, because your true and hidden agenda, which your boy Albert Pike brought out, you know, that you worship the devil, basically. You know, you call it Lucifer, but Lucifer is you. You international bankers. It's really the devil, Satan. That's really who you're worshiping. Because the word Lucifer basically means light bearer. You know, which you so-called white people, you international bankers, you're the Luciferians. You're the light bearers.
Yeah, they're the light of wickedness, right?
Yep, the light of wickedness.
Going back to the very chip, it says, the implantation site, typically the arm, is first wiped with an alcohol swab and numbed with an injection of local anesthetic. When the area is numb, a 12-gauge preloaded hypodermic syringe known as a cannula is inserted into the flesh.
Which goes back to that karax, which means that point. You know, and the root word for karagma is karax, which means a point. Used to what? To scratch what? The skin's cut into you to insert that chip.
The word was canola.
Yeah, a syringe known as a cannula.
Cannula. Now the word, when you look up that word cannula, that word, matter of fact, do it. Copy and paste, and you can go to Google, and a cannula is a reed. Okay? Which is like, a reed is like a piece of light wood that you can easily break that's hollow inside. So that's what the thing that administers that chip is that metal piece that looks like a reed or a cannula.
A reed, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Cannula, from Wikipedia, it says a cannula from Latin, little reed. Yep.
As a matter of fact, in Revelation 11, the scriptures say that the Lord gave the angel a reed like unto a rod to measure the temple. So, I mean, I don't know if it's along the same lines, but, you know, it mentioned the word reed.
Yep.
Yeah, if you look at a hypodermic needle, and you'll see it on the screen, you'll